Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to sit down and just film with all the products that I'm reaching for right now. I feel like I've tried so many amazing new products that will definitely be in my favorites video next week. But also there's just a bunch of products that I can't stop using. They've been sitting front and center on my desk and I have been so excited and giddy to reach into them every single day. So I'm really excited to have them all laid out in front of me so I can share with you guys exactly what I'm dipping into. As much as I love to try new products all the time, I also love to really thoroughly enjoy the things that I'm enjoying. So that's kind of what this video is meant to be, and just know that I'm like obsessed with these products right now. So let's just get right into it. I'm gonna start off with primer. I cannot put down the NYX Plump Right Back Plumping Serum and Primer. I was not expecting to love this primer as much as I do, but I really do notice such a difference. It's got a really fun gel kind of a texture, but the thing that makes this different is it's not necessarily a thick smoothing primer. It still has smoothing properties to it, but it's a very jelly kind of water-based primer. But unlike the Hydro Grip primer, it's not as sticky. You'll still get a nice grip to it, but it's more of a buttery grip. It's really hard to explain. I'm doing my best, but it's kind of one of those things that you have to kind of try yourself to see what I'm talking about. I love how it feels. It really feels like it's cooling to the skin. It sinks into the skin. It's so nice. I have not been able to put down this foundation. I still have yet to try the Charlotte Tilbury one. I know I need to. I'm going to. So many people really love this and this. I mean, they seem to be a little bit different, and I've heard people say that they prefer this depending on their skin type, and then I've heard others say they prefer this depending on, you know, their personal preferences. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I did a whole review on this. I'll have it linked down below. I haven't stopped using this. It is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite foundations that has launched recently, and I'm pretty picky with foundations. It's been a while since I've been wowed by a foundation the way I've been wowed by this one. I wear the shade Mont Blanc. So I just did 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna pick that up with a foundation brush, and I'm just gonna start to buff this all over the skin. I love how lightweight this is, but also the amount of coverage that this gives, because I'm someone that, like, if I'm gonna take the time to put complexion products on, I want my redness to be reduced. I don't want a ton shining through. I don't care as much if there's like freckles or blemishes shining through, but I want my overall redness to be toned down. And this does that for me without feeling or looking heavy on the skin. Plus, I also did a wear test with this in the video that I reviewed it, and it wears really well on me too. I can't put this down. It is so stunning. So I'm just gonna blend this out with my brush, and then as always, I like to take what's left on the back of my hand and just press it in with my sponge. After that, I have been still using the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I've been loving this for a couple of months now. It's been my go-to concealer for a couple of months. High-end and drugstore included. This is what I've been reaching for on a daily basis. I wear the shade Light. I actually did pick up the shade Fair. I found it on Amazon. I'll link it down below because I know on Ulta's website, I think almost every shade is sold out in that because it's been going viral for a while now, and for good reason. It really is such a nice concealer. But I'll try to find an available link for you guys if you've been wanting to try this and just haven't been able to get a hold of it. But I just love this. It gives great coverage. It feels hydrating, but not too hydrating under the eyes to where it moves around all day. I find that it really stays put, but looks so healthy underneath the eyes. It's gorgeous. I love it. I truly can't even get over how much I love how my complexion looks right now with that primer, foundation, and this concealer. You just can't go wrong with those 3 products. I've been obsessed with them. I'm telling you, they're so good. I'm still obsessed with my Huda Beauty powder, and this hasn't really changed. This is what's been sitting front and center on my desk for months and months. I'm gonna use the shade Cupcake today. I normally use the shade, what's this one? Sugar Cookie, which is like a little bit lighter. I've been kind of into Cupcake. It's a little bit deeper, so it doesn't give me as much of a brightening effect under the eyes, but I've found that I'm kind of liking having a more just having a less of a bright under eye for quick everyday makeup looks. It's not something that is a deal breaker for me anymore, as long as it's nice and smooth and healthy looking under the eyes. I love a good bright under eye for more glamorous occasions, but this one is kind of nice. If I'm gonna set my entire face, I just throw it underneath the eyes, and it looks a little bit more natural, if you will. It's not too bright. So I'm just gonna press that into the T-zone with my favorite powder brush from the Morphe Ariel brush collection. I use this brush every single day. I love it. I'm also gonna take a powder brush and just lightly press that same powder on the cheeks. And then you wanna know what bronzer I've been using? I don't even know how I started using this again, but it's been sitting on my desk for a while now. I've been reaching into my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I don't know, this used to be a favorite of mine. Like I used to use this on a daily basis. And then, you know, I found other bronzers and years went by and new bronzers were released. But I've been using this like crazy and I really, really like it again. So I'm just gonna take this on a fluffy brush and warm up the face with this. I love how this bronzer smells. It's such a lovely experience to smell like chocolate while you're applying this. But I've just found that it's such an easy, foolproof bronzer that I can take a fluffy brush like this and just slap it on the face, and it's gonna give me just the right amount of warmth. It blends out really beautifully as well, and I just really like the tone and undertone on me, so I thought it was kind of fun to have an old favorite come back into my routine like this. All right, I'm gonna fill in the brows. Not much has changed there. I've been using my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, so I'm just gonna throw this on really quick and then I'll do an eye look with a product that I cannot get enough of. All right, brows are filled in. The next product that I'm loving are these Lisa Eldridge liquid eyeshadows. I have to say my favorite shade is Bianca. I've been wearing this one the most. Since I've been wearing this one the most, and I did do a video with that one not too long ago, I thought I would try Angelica on camera, which is more of a gold. So Bianca is more like, oh, this would look so good with my sweater. No, I wanna try this one. Well, I've tried it before, but I wanna wear it again. So this is Angelica, which is more golden. So I'm gonna take this and I just take it directly from the applicator and I just draw a line on the lower lid of my eye, just like that. Then I take a fluffy brush, and you have to work fairly quickly with these because you wanna be able to blend them out pretty well before they dry down fully. So I do one eye at a time, and I kind of go from pressing motions to sweeping motions until it's all blended out, and it's truly just the easiest eye look ever. I am gonna do a tiny little dollop on the corner of the bottom lash line too, and then just pinch my brush and smoke this out underneath the lower lash line. And then you have the easiest, most beautiful, most dreamy eye look in a matter of seconds. I find that these also last really well on me as well, which is great. Because of my hooded eye shape, I tend to have more issues with cream eyeshadows creasing. It's very normal for me, and I found that this one has very minimal creasing, and that's after an all day of wearing it. So through most of the day, there's zero creasing at all. By the very end of the day, there's like a tiny bit, but nothing too obvious whatsoever. It's really so nice. I'm layering up a tiny bit more on that side just to try to get the sparkles to match up on both eyes as far as intensity goes. Isn't that beautiful? Lisa Eldridge can do no wrong. And then same thing on that lower lash line. And there you go. It's such an easy look to do. I'm just gonna throw on mascara. There's nothing really new here. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Lash Sensational on just the top and bottom lashes. Okay, I'm having a bad mascara day. I already got a dollop on my eyelid and so many marks over here. Have you ever had that? Like, some people have bad hair days, bad skin days, and I think I had a bad mascara day. What the heck? We'll just wait for that to dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna move to blush. I haven't been wearing highlighter on a daily basis. I will share with you guys what I do wear though. When I do wear highlight, I've been alternating between the REM Beauty Miss Mercury highlight, which is like a very glossy, glowy beam kind of highlight. Like, this is stunning. You don't need a lot at all. A little bit goes a very long way with this one. But for just like a glossy dew on the cheeks, the Flower Beauty Highlighting Glaze has been a go-to. But I'll just show you what I've been doing on an everyday basis. And for blush, I've been reaching back into my Anastasia Beverly Hills blush in the shade Latte, which looks like this. Isn't this gorgeous? All I do is I just take this on the back of my hand first. I kind of warm it up there. Look at that color. I love this color. I think it's so beautiful. And then I'll just take the bottom of my sponge and pick that blush up. And then I'll just smile and start to apply it on the apples of the cheeks. And it's not an intense color whatsoever, so it's really foolproof that way, just to where you can't really overdo this. I'm gonna add a little more because I do like a pretty visible blush. But with this color, again, you can't really overdo it even if you do a couple of layers. Isn't that so pretty? All right, let's see if this mascara mark will come off. Okay, I used a spoolie and it kind of took up the foundation underneath. So I'm just gonna press my sponge back into it. There we go. That seems pretty good. And I'll just use the same brush I was using for the eyeshadow to brush through the crease and kind of lessen those marks. Okay, for lip liner, I've been back into my NYX lip liners, specifically Nude Beige all over again. So let's just use this. I'm wiping off any foundation that's on the lips. I love these NYX lip liners. They're so inexpensive and I love the formula and the colors are beautiful. So I'm just gonna line and fill in the lips with this. And then I'm gonna be using another one of my favorite products. Well, I've been kind of going between these two for lip products and they're actually kind of similar. Whoa. The NARS Afterglow Lip Shines and then these L'Oreal Glossy Balm or Balmy Gloss. I always forget the name. Been loving both of them. I'm gonna use the NARS one since I feel like I've been using the L'Oreal one quite a bit. The shade Nympho has been a favorite of mine. I've also been really loving Unbroken. This shade is so fun, this Turkish Delight color. It's super light, but if you have a deeper lip liner on and then a lipstick and you just want that pop of more of a cool tone in the center, that's what I've been doing with that color. This one is my favorite, I think. I love the kind of mauve undertones, so I'm just gonna apply this right on top of that lip liner. I just think it's the prettiest color. Such a nice formula. You know what? Let me show you what Turkish Delight looks like in the center of the lips because I think it's a really fun color. So it's kind of a milky pink. So you can see it right there. So I've been just going on the upper and very lower parts of the center of the lip when I use this. And then I just use my finger and blend that out. You can see it's subtle, but it really does add that extra bit of dimension in the center of the lips. All right, we're going to assess the situation. I feel like I do want a little bit of color in the crease of my eye, so I'm gonna take just my bronzer from Too Faced on a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna feather this in a little bit higher toward the brow, just so there's a little less space between the eyelid and my brow here. I just feel like for me, that's gonna make it look a little more intentional. You know what? I do feel like I need a highlight for this look to really complete it. So I'm gonna use my REM Beauty highlighter since I already have quite a few powders on the face. I'm just gonna take this in a C shape on the cheekbone, just very lightly, and then also a bit down the center of the face. So right here on the nose, and let's do right above the brows. And then I always like to press that specific formula in, and really any powder highlight, I love to do this, where I just press it in with my sponge so that it really melts into the skin. I love this formula though. Okay, then I've been alternating between two setting sprays. If I want more of a dewy setting spray, I've been using the Neutrogena hydrating one. If I want something a little more long lasting and smoothing, I've been using the Professional from Benefit. So I'm gonna use this one because I feel like I just used the Neutrogena one a few times on my channel, so let's use the Professional. First we gotta assess the situation. I feel like everything looks really nice. It's where I want it to be. I feel like the blush looks good. So we're ready to set the face. I'm just gonna use this all over. And then I'm of course going to take my sponge and just press that into the skin one more time. This just smooths the skin. I love using my sponge to press in my setting sprays. I think it makes all the difference. And then of course, a clear brow gel. I'm gonna use my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. What's new? I always use this. And then I'm actually going to complete the look with a little highlight in the inner corner. I'm just gonna take a small brush with this and just use that to brighten up that inner corner. You know what, now that I'm here, I'm wanting to do a little bit of a scoopity boopity here and just highlight that inner crease a little bit. I think that looks so pretty. Okay, so that completes this makeup look using all the makeup that I've been reaching for non-stop. I love everything that I used today, and I genuinely feel like they have become such staples and all-time favorites. I'm talking about some of the new stuff, and then it's fun to have some of like my older favorites come back into my routine, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I love to reuse products, and so just know that these are genuinely what I'm obsessed with right now, and so I hope you guys found it helpful to maybe see some of these products in action again, or to be reminded of maybe some products that you might already have that you haven't reached for in a while. Whatever it is, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I love how my makeup turned out. It's so easy, so foolproof, and feels very much me. And they're just such good formulas. Everything is so good. I would love to know in the comments down below what you guys are obsessed with right now. Let me know if we have any similar faves or if you've got something that you've recently discovered or maybe recently rediscovered that you are obsessed with. Leave that in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. I will have all these products listed and linked down below if anything interests you. You can check there if you want to try any of these out. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.